The Tale of Tewi and Ojuo, Wisdom versus Cunning. In a quiet Nigerian village surrounded by tall baobab trees and vibrant hibiscus flowers, tortoise, known as Tewi, sat under an ancient iroko tree. He was the village's oldest and wisest creature, respected for his cleverness and stories. But trouble was brewing. Fox, called Ojuo, was a notorious trickster who prided himself on outwitting others. Ojuo had grown tired of hearing praises for Tewi's wisdom and vowed to prove himself the cleverest of all. One bright morning, Ojuo approached Tewi in the village clearing. "O tortoise," he said with a sly grin, "they say you are the wisest in the land. Let us see if you can outsmart me." Tewi smiled knowingly. "It is unwise to underestimate the one who moves slowly but surely, my young friend. What challenge do you propose?" Ojuo proposed a test of wits, a race to the riverbank at dawn the next day. "But," he added, "you must carry this gourd filled with palm oil on your back without spilling a drop." The villagers gasped at the audacity of the challenge, knowing it favored Ojuo's speed. Tewi nodded. "Agreed," he said calmly, "but let us seal the bet with a feast tonight. You will bring palm wine, and I will provide yam pottage for all." Ojuo agreed, not realizing Tewi had already begun to plan his clever trick. While Ojuo slept soundly after feasting, Tewi quietly gathered his family. He explained his plan. He would place his relatives at various points along the race path. Each would pretend to be him, fooling Ojuo into thinking he was always ahead. "You must wear a mark on your shells to resemble me," his family agreed, each one painting a white crescent moon on their shells. At dawn, the villagers gathered at the starting point. Ojuo stretched confidently while Tewi adjusted the gourd of palm oil on his back. At the sound of a talking drum, the race began. Ojuo darted ahead, leaving a trail of dust, while Tewi appeared to trudge slowly behind. But at the first bend in the path, Ojuo was shocked to see Tewi ahead, calmly walking with the gourd balanced perfectly. "Impossible," Ojuo muttered, running even faster. At every turn, Ojuo encountered another tortoise, each looking identical to Tewi and walking steadily ahead. He grew more and more frustrated, exhausting himself as he pushed harder to catch up. By the time Ojuo reached the riverbank, he was drenched in sweat and gasping for air. Tewi, the real one, was already there, surrounded by cheering villagers. His gourd was perfectly intact, not a drop of palm oil spilled. "How?" Ojuo stammered. "This is impossible." Tewi chuckled. "Cleverness is not always about speed, my friend. Sometimes, it is about strategy and teamwork." Ojuo tried to defend himself, claiming the race was unfair, but the villagers laughed. "You were outsmarted, Ojuo," the village elder said. "Learn from this and respect wisdom over arrogance." Embarrassed but wiser, Ojuo admitted defeat. Tewi forgave him with grace, saying, "Humility is the first step toward true cleverness." That evening, the village held a grand feast to celebrate Tewi's victory. Yam, jollof rice, and fried plantains were served, and the villagers sang songs praising wisdom and humility. As the night wore on, Tewi shared stories of other lessons in cleverness, teaching the villagers the value of patience, strategy, and unity. Ojuo listened attentively, his pride replaced by admiration. Ojuo became a changed fox, using his cunning for the good of the village. He and Tewi formed an unlikely friendship, proving that even the slyest could learn from the wise. With the race behind them, the village thrived in harmony. Ojuo, now humbled, worked alongside Tewi to solve disputes and protect the community from external threats. Tewi's wisdom continued to guide the villagers, reminding them that patience and strategy often outweigh strength and speed. As Tewi gazed at the setting sun, he turned to the children gathered around him and said, "Remember, wisdom grows when you listen, learn, and share. Pass this lesson on, for it is how we grow as a community." Ojo nodded in agreement, smiling at the old tortoise. "And never forget to respect those who move slowly," he added with a wink, "for they might just outpace you in the end." The villagers laughed, the sound carrying across the hills. As the day ended, the story of Tewi and Ojo became a lesson for generations, teaching that cleverness combined with humility could overcome any challenge. If you enjoyed this story of wit and wisdom, don't forget to share it with friends and family. Let us keep the rich traditions of Nigerian folklore alive. Subscribe for more stories that inspire and entertain, and leave a comment below.